Lori Sarver is talking about superheroes, and many in Jacksonville, Florida say she is a superhero herself.
Anybody in here have a superhero they like? Okay, who's your superhero?
As the emergency department director at the busiest ER in Jacksonville, Lori and her team will see more than 120,000 patients a year at Memorial Hospital, Jacksonville.
Just being able to make a difference in someone's life. We start working on that patient, and then all of a sudden that person opened their eyes or that person breathed on their own.
And her ability to make a difference doesn't stop in the ER. In 2011, Lori began a ministry for women in prison.
I don't want to know why they're there. I just go in and I just show them love. And so that's my passion to women, because a lot of times they talk about their kids. They left their kids behind.
Shortly after her prison ministry began, Lori started the Angel Tree program, which focuses on children whose parents are incarcerated.
She said they've been disappointed all their life by other adults. I'm not going to be the one to disappoint them. So she's just not in and out of their life. She's a constant rock that they don't have.
Lori arranges Christmas parties, zoo outings, and cookouts, even teaching classes at Heart to Heart Christian Academy, where many of the children attend.
She's poured so much of her into the kids. So there's another gap that's filled because of somebody's heart, Lori Sarver, that says, you know what, no child should feel left alone when it comes down to the birthday or a special occasion.
I have to be the glue. I make myself available just because that's the right thing to do.
For her passion and dedication, Lori Sarver is this year's Frist Humanitarian Award employee recipient.
My hope for them is that they learn from their mistakes and they get reunited with their kids and their family and to live a full life.
It is truly an honor each and every day to work alongside you as you care for others and humble us, not only with your activities inside the hospital, but for everything you do, how you live your life.
Thank you for giving, Lori Sarver, because the world is a better place because of you.
Neonatologist Dr. Sammy Ishmael is tenderly taking care of some of TriStar Centennial Medical Center's most vulnerable patients. For almost 40 years, he has dedicated his life to caring for sick and premature babies in the newborn intensive care unit.
So you share your feeling with the family and you put your skills on the baby, and then that's how it goes, and then you develop friendship because they are putting the most precious thing in your hands to make that person better.
Neonatal nurse Jerry Cantrell has worked side by side with Dr. Ishmael since 1989. She has watched him give generously of his own time and money to families in need, even starting a bereavement fund for grieving parents.
We'll never know the extent to what he does because he doesn't do it for people to be recognized. He does it because it's the right thing to do.
In 2005, Dr. Ishmael saw a need in his war-torn homeland of Aleppo, Syria, a country devastated by fighting and with no place to care for critically ill children.
Dr. Ishmael worked with a hospital in Syria to develop a neonatal intensive care unit. He put a very big financial commitment in helping underserved individuals get advanced level of care.
For his dedication to his patients and their families in this country and around the world, Dr. Sammy Ishmael is this year's Frist Humanitarian Award physician recipient.
You truly reflect all the values of Centennial, and I want to thank you for being one of the guardians of the culture that has been set by Dr. Frist in the early years.
Dr. Frist was an icon in the humanitarian cause for taking care of families. And then honestly, it is an absolute honor to be included in that award. Of all addictions in life, giving is the best addiction. And honestly, once you start doing that, you cannot stop, because what you see with the outcome with that, that was my goal in life.
Doris Carson is a woman on the go. At 80 years old, she is busy volunteering at Regional Medical Center of San Jose.
It keeps me spry running around with the cart all the time.
What she carries in her cart is dignity for some, a fresh start for others. Almost 20 years ago, Doris saw a need and started a clothing closet in the hospital's emergency room.
We have a very busy trauma, and so when we cut the clothes off of people, it's a little embarrassing to send them home in a hospital gown. Having a decent set of clothing to send them home with is important.
I go to a secondhand store. I go on Tuesdays. I start there with my cart on the bus, and then I wash them and iron them and mend them and tag them for size and bring them to the hospital.
Doris provides about 350 items of clothing for the closet each month.
She actually took it upon herself, after identifying this need, to really work toward giving us something that was more robust, that we can give people so that they had dignity and to be able to walk out of the hospital oftentimes in better shape than they came in.
Once in a while I get a glimpse of someone going out in a wheelchair with the clothes that I have purchased, and I get a thrill out of that.
And her day doesn't stop there. After leaving the hospital, she will often go to the public library, where she helps children and adults learn to read.
And their lives improve. It brings tears to my eyes when I talk about these accomplishments that my learners have made.
For doing so much for so many, Doris Carson is this year's Frist Humanitarian Award volunteer recipient.
When you see someone as selfless as Doris is, that's the way we're all supposed to be. We're all supposed to learn to reach out to those in need, to help others, to really truly love from the heart.